Hello, hello.
Hey.
Welcome back to Passions Podcast Post Show.
All right.
Today we talked about episodes 236 through 240 on the show, right?
Yes.
But now we read an email from Breland. We only read half of it on the show. We
read 1/8 of it on the show.
We're going to get into the next half of it now because she actually sent us some interesting. You remember the last couple of episodes ago we talked about who was like lawful neutral, lawful evil, this and that. She had a lot to say about that.
She did some actual research,
which we did not.
We never do.
We Google searched and pulled up a fucking. What's it called?
A chart. A very basic chart.
So basic.
We barely understood.
We knew nothing about
it.
But
we persevered. But she actually sent us some really good information.
Yeah. So we're going to cross-match what she said versus what we said.
So I think what we'll do, she sent us info from Wikipedia, and I did not know this, but Dungeons & Dragons has done a lot and gone into detail about this kind of stuff, which is really cool. So I figured we could kind of read the description that's given for each thing and then talk about maybe some people that she moved around.
Okay.
Comparatively.
Sounds good.
So lawful good. A lawful good character typically acts with compassion and always with honor and a sense of duty. However, lawful good characters will often regret taking any action they fear would violate their code, even if they recognize such action as being good.
Okay, so what does she say?
So she says Sam is in between lawful good and neutral good.
I can see that.
He obviously cares about lawfulness, respect for authority, acts with honors and a sense of duty, but the worst thing he is doing is keeping his past relationship from grace, but struggles with that choice. It seems like someone who is neutral good wouldn't struggle with going against their code if it's for the greater good.
Yeah, so we had him as neutral good, but she says he should be lawful good, right?
She says kind of in between.
Okay.
Yeah, so she says Grace, Charity, and Miguel seems like they should be in lawful good.
Okay, we also have Grace in neutral good.
Yeah, I put Grace and Sam together in that, but I can see that. Okay, so moving on. Do you want to read neutral good?
Neutral good. A neutral good character typically acts altruistically without regard for or against lawful precepts such as rules or tradition. A neutral good character has no problems with cooperating with lawful officials, but does not feel beholden to them. In the event that doing the right thing requires the bending or breaking of rules, they do not suffer the same inner conflict that a lawful good character would. So she thinks that Luis is closer to lawful good before he met Sheridan. Now he bends the rules a bit more. So before he met Sheridan, he was lawful good. We still haven't. We haven't been lawful evil because he had just kidnapped Sheridan.
Yeah, that's why.
And then she says Ethan seems on the good side of the spectrum. I think in between lawful and chaotic. So she would have Luis and Ethan as neutral good.
Interesting. We put them both as chaotic neutral, but this also has much more definition. It's a lot deeper dive.
Yeah. So she says Ethan seems on the good side of the spectrum, I think, in between lawful and chaotic. Okay.
We have him in chaotic neutral, so.
Yeah, because he's.
Well, we'll read the rest of them and see how things change. I have a feeling we're going to be revisiting this.
Yeah, I mean it's a living document.
Yes, as the show moves. All right, so we are on chaotic good, right? Mm-hmm. A chaotic good character does what is necessary to bring about change for the better, disdains bureaucratic organizations that get in the way of social improvement, and places a high value on personal freedom not only for oneself but for others as well. Chaotic good characters usually intend to do the right thing, but their methods are generally disorganized and often out of sync with the rest of society.
Okay, I actually think that is exactly Chad.
Yeah.
Which we put.
Yeah, and she says definitely chaotic definition. He's pretty decent and self-sacrificing. So she agrees with Chad. And she thinks Sheridan should be here, in between chaotic good and chaotic neutral. Definitely doesn't respect authority. Yeah. She generally wouldn't want to hurt anyone who hadn't hurt her and would feel guilty if she did.
Yeah. I agree.
I can see that. Where did we have Sheridan?
Sheridan's in chaotic neutral.
Oh, okay, so we're moving her up to chaotic good. All right.
Somewhere in between. Where are we at? Lawful neutral?
Lawful neutral.
We had Whitney here. It said by herself.
Alone.
It says a lawful neutral character typically believes strongly in lawful concepts such as honor, order, rules, and tradition, but often follows a personal code in addition to, or even in preference to, one set down by a benevolent authority. She says she thinks Jessica is this. We wouldn't know. We don't know Jessica.
I've seen Jessica for a total of 10 minutes.
12 episodes, maybe.
We've seen, I don't know.
Justice for Jessica. She says Pilar. Pilar does seem to follow her own personal code. She will bend what is typically thought to be good to... She will bend what is typically thought to be good to protect those closest to her, but still lives by a code and believes in honor, order, rules, and tradition. And then she says, Whitney, I'm not sure, but this seems to fit her. Yeah, I think it definitely fits Whitney.
I think so.
And I can see what she says about Pilar being there.
Yeah, I want to read True Neutral so I have a better understanding of it. Because I'm not, I see what you're saying about Pilar, but I'm not totally sure. But I want to read this. Okay.